Use remote learning to supersize and grow your business. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom. And the strategy I want to talk about today is applying remote learning to your business, especially for your internal employees and for building your team and your skills and training inside your organization. But you can also add a remote learning component to your business as an additional income stream. First, let's talk about why the heck you'd want to have remote learning. Over 40% of Fortune 500 companies are already using remote learning to train their employees. A lot of times we want to model success, and that's obviously successfully helping them because they're on the Fortune 500. And if you aspire to be, or even if you don't aspire to be because you're a privately held organization, you can learn lessons from them that show that training your employees, teaching your employees, updating their skills and abilities is going to give you better returns on your business, because we invest in people, right? We invest in our employees, we invest in our team, we invest when we hire people, and we want to make sure that they're getting what they need, as well as improving their skills and abilities and their ability to do what we hired them for in the first place, or to expand and grow and do more than what we hired them for in the first place. I'm not a huge fan of statistics. I don't know if I've shared that. I'm sure I've shared that before, but that's because I know personally and firsthand, you can make statistics say and do whatever you want them to. If you are a statistician, and I studied statistics a long time and used it throughout my corporate jobs, you can present information and data in any way that you want in order to, and you can do it ethically and morally, but a lot of people don't. Thus my limitations on my belief of statistics. But the ones that I looked up for this topic today, are in alignment pretty much with my experience, or actually conservative with respect to my personal experience using remote learning and applying remote learning to different businesses in different industries. So I buy into them. One of them is that 42% of businesses report increased revenue after applying a remote learning strategy, or applying and setting up remote learning for their internal organization. The statistic is that 218% higher revenue per employee is achieved by actually having a training program and a remote training program for your organization. Well, why are some of these reasons? What is it? Well, number one, remote learning is cost effective. You can do it from anywhere. There's asynchronous or synchronous type of training programs, online training programs. Synchronous means you're in like a classroom setting and it's timed, like the ones you take university courses or something are synchronous. Got to follow schedule, got to show up, got to be engaged, etc. Asynchronous means you get to do it on your own time. So it's a self-paced learning experience, and both have their advantages and disadvantages. There's also hybrid online learning programs and things that you can set up. And I think I like those the best, because some things need to be taught in a structured format. Other things can definitely be at your own pace. I think personally, the more technical something is, the more I want it at my own pace. But I also want to be able to have an expert that I can ask questions of in order to clarify and make sure my thinking about a particular application is correct or not, or would work or not. What are some of the things we need to keep in mind when we're doing or having or setting up remote opportunities for our teams, for our employees, or to set it up as a separate income stream? We want to, number one, make sure that we know what the objectives are, what the needs of the people that we're setting it up for are, and what the results and the outcomes we want them to be able to achieve after having gone through any particular training. We want to make sure that we personalize it, and we personalize the training plan and training program for everybody. I learned about individual training plans when my kids were in high school and kids were in school, because they have learning differences. And guess what? Everybody has learning differences. It's like talking about diversity. Everybody is different. Everyone is diverse, but especially when it comes to different styles and different ways of learning, we need to take that into account. Actually, with our children more so than with adults, but with adult learners, we take it into account, right? We realize everybody doesn't learn at the same pace. Everybody doesn't respond to the same style of presentation of the material. Some people are hands-on, some people are on the job trainers, and they do terrific in those situations. But if you have to make them read or watch videos or listen to courses or go to webinars or go to trainings, they just lose it because they can't sit still and they don't want to learn that way. Their brain isn't wired to learn that way. And all of our brains are wired similarly yet different in terms of how we learn and how we enjoy learning. And we all have different experiences and challenges that makes certain processes work better for us or not. I've never liked auditory and audio books, but as my vision's tanked, I've realized I got to listen to stuff if I want to absorb information. So what do? I just speed it up to 1.5 to 2 times the speed. And then it's at a pace where I don't mind listening versus being able to read it and pick and choose myself. So curious, I have literally participated in thousands of and created thousands of online type training programs for organizations. I think it's such a powerful tool. Why would you not use it? It's so economical, so profitable, so powerful, and so easy to apply nowadays that there's no reason not to set things up so that your employees and you, guess what? You should be doing those things too to personally develop and grow so that your business can grow. Otherwise, you end up being the bottleneck. Why would you not do these things? Why would you not use technology and automation to create systems that lead to success? Reading the Spirited Child book for my granddaughters, because I have some very spirited granddaughters, and my kids were spirited, but the Spirited Child book wasn't out yet. And so I'm appreciating some of the lessons learned in that apply to all of us, not just to little children that are growing up and we're trying to control them and form them into great little adults. What we have to remember is that everybody is different, and what works for one, we want to find what makes each individual successful and build that into our systems. All right, share in the comments below what you're doing for online training education. I think I was saying I've actually done thousands of these, participated, created, and been involved in so many courses, and it can take a lot of different formats, right? Webinars, lectures, videos, anything you want to put together to create a great system to develop the people in your organization. All right, have an awesome day. Share in the comments below what's worked for you and what's working for your organization, or be honest and share, hey, we're not doing anything. All we're doing is on-the-job training. Because I've started businesses where that's how we started out. Because remember, when I started in business and in entrepreneurship and different business ownership, there was no internet. I know, I'm that old. All right, have an awesome day, and I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.